Hey, what's up? Shikata Ganai here, and this is my channel, and this is an introductory video to what I plan to do with this particular video channel. So I've been doing cybersecurity for around 15 years or so, and I taught for a large number of it, probably about 12 years of it, doing technical instruction. And then I also went ahead and moved into the government side of things, doing web app pen testing. And I currently am in charge of creating an AppSec program from the beginning, from scratch, at a particular company. So what I'd like to do is I would actually like to have a one-stop shop for all the things cybersecurity. Now, my focus has always kind of been lately the AppSec side of things, but I plan on also bringing in some other topics like your network security and mobile and all these other different types of things into this particular channel. I would like to break it up into different playlists, have an essentials playlist that goes over some of the essential things such as command line stuff, Linux, kind of the basics of it, and some Nmap and Metasploit and networking, those sort of things, just to kind of get you familiar with this particular essential knowledge that you're going to need for a cybersecurity career. And then from there, we'll also have some industry talks about what's going on in the industry and about how you can actually move into different parts of the cybersecurity sphere, because there's so many different branches that you can move out to with cybersecurity. It's a pretty awesome field to be in right now. And I would love to facilitate teaching anybody that would like to learn about any of this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not, the expert on everything and all that, but I've done a number of teaching for quite some time. I was a EC Council instructor. I was a Microsoft certified trainer. I was a CompTIA certified trainer. So I've got a pretty good breadth of knowledge that I can pull into these particular talks. So I'd like to divulge all that stuff to you guys and let you guys know exactly what's going on in the cybersecurity world. And we'll talk about some videos about some certifications and things like that, because that is the game for a lot of this stuff here. And I'm kind of privy to that, being as I was a instructor for quite some time. Now, I also have a website that I haven't completely finished yet. Let's pop on over there real quick. And what I'm planning on doing with this site, and I will release the site here on YouTube. I'll put out a video that talks about when I release it. But I plan on having, like I mentioned before, an essentials section, which goes over some stuff that I think are essential to be a efficient cybersecurity engineer. Now, these would be topics like, the basics of Linux, the basics of like Bash or networking, Nmap, switches, things like that. So we'll go over that in the essentials video, and then we'll also have a channel of it, or a playlist of it, in the YouTube channel as well. And then I'm going to do a series called Pop, 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 Another Server Drop. And what that one's going to do is I'm going to take some VMs that are on VulnHub, and we'll go ahead and teach you how to build a virtual lab. And then from there, I'm going to go through a variety of different VulnHub VMs, purposely vulnerable machines. But we're not going to do it quite the same as some of the other videos you may see on YouTube, where they do kind of speed runs through it and all that. I'm going to actually take my time with it and explain what's going on with these particular steps. Like if I did a particular scan and the switches therein, I want to go ahead and explain why did I use these switches and things like that. So we'll go over the basics of teaching you, I guess you could say, ethical hacking, cybersecurity, whatever you want to call it, through the use of these vulnerable machines. I think it's a great way to learn doing hands-on kind of stuff. So. And then I'll have my media section, which would be more video stuff and photos, things like that. But what's pretty cool is this AppSec library I've been designing. And if you are doing any AppSec at all, wherever you work, you know that you're going to have to work with developers. And a lot of times what I found throughout my times working with developers in a pen test environment is if I gave them a report that had a particular vulnerability, let's say a cross-site request forgery or something like that, a lot of times I found they don't understand exactly what that is. So usually I have to kind of break it down or do a demonstration of it, things like that. So what I've done in the place that I'm working at now is I've developed this particular library, and I've kind of mimicked some of that here. I don't actually have it finished yet, obviously, but what I plan to do is have different topics, around 20 or so just to begin with. And when you click on them, you'll be able to go and be directed right to the site, and you can actually scroll down through and read the document right there within the site itself. Now, if you don't want to do that and you'd rather just kind of save it or pop it out into a full screen, you can pop that bad boy out right there, or you can download it there. So it's pretty awesome for that. So I plan on having quite a few different ones included in this, and we'll be having topics like XSS and CSRF and insecure direct object reference, those sort of things, all dealing with AppSec stuff. So if you wanted to mimic any of these or download these for your own place of work and you're working with developers and such, this is a great way to go ahead and kind of bridge that gap of knowledge when it comes to security versus development. And this will be the full page of, and it'll be kind of a living document where I'll continue putting stuff in there as things become a lot more relevant. And then we also have a social section I'll have where all my Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of nonsense on there. And of course, we'll have a merch store where you can buy all the sweet, awesome logos that we have here for Shikata Ganai and all the dragon stuff because, you know, I dig dragons. It's all good. But anyways, that'll be the site that we're going to be using mainly for our jump point for everything. But the YouTube channel will be where all the videos obviously will be hosted. And we're going to try to drive traffic there, make a big community of it. And I'll also try to live stream as well, both on YouTube Live, probably do some Facebook Live and some Twitch streaming where I can ask, or you guys can ask questions and we can kind of collaborate as security professionals. And because like I said, I don't claim to know everything. And for things that I don't, or I'm not aware of when you ask, hopefully there'll be a community there within the live stream that will be able to answer that question as well. So it'll be pretty awesome to kind of just big gathering of AppSec, or well, not just AppSec, but just cybersecurity engineers in general. So I hope it's a good resource for you guys, and I plan on putting out a ton of videos for them and making a variety of different playlists and stuff. So please subscribe and get a notification with the bell so you'll know when I'm actually putting more videos out. So as soon as the website's ready to go, I'll announce it here on the YouTube channel and as well as on my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So until then, hope you have a great day.